keep living the life that we're living, we'll never get different results. And so if you're wanting something new for your life, this is where it starts. As we are preparing for Impact 2026, which is this incredible event that I like to do that really helps you to get clear on your vision for the year to come. And one of the things that we're going to be talking about inside of that event, but really focusing on it today to help prepare you for the event, is our values. And so when we're thinking of values, we're talking about things that subconsciously, okay, inside of us, maybe we haven't really thought about it, but for some reason, we have created values that we honor that helps us to prioritize things in our life. And these values can serve us well, and these values can also help us to understand why maybe some things in our life have not gone the way that we want them to go, because our values are showing basically priorities, like the priorities we have in life. So let me give you some examples because I think it might be more helpful to you. So, one of the things that I truly value is time with my family. And because I have that value, certain things in my life take more priority than other things. So, because I value time with my family, I also guard my time with other things like work. I don't work a ton. I try to stay out of hustle culture. I say no to things that take me away from my family more than they maybe should, right? And so that value of honoring my family time helps me to create boundaries and saying yes to opportunities that serve that and no to opportunities that don't. So that can help me, but it also can hinder me if I'm not careful. Because certain values help us to create priorities around them, they might keep us from doing things that maybe we should be doing, at least in sprints, right? So if we take, for instance, business, well, I try to stay out of hustle culture, but occasionally maybe I'm doing a big launch and it takes more hustle than I would usually give. So if that value of spending time with family is so high, that's great because it helps me set boundaries around my family time and work time. However, it could also keep me from giving my all in those moments of sprinting. Whereas, maybe I could communicate with my family more effectively in those time periods and just let them know, hey, for the next 8 weeks or so, Mama's going to be like really plugged in to work, and so that will help me to be able to communicate that. But I can't do anything. I don't know those things about me unless I truly understand what values I have in my life. So here's another example. Maybe you have been wanting to lose some extra weight or to get more fit, right? And so you tell yourself, gosh, man, I set this goal and I failed on it again. Well, part of the reason you probably failed is because getting healthy isn't a value that you have on your values list. So if you have a list of, let's say, 6 or 7, I did it. Okay. So let's say you have a list of 7-ish values and you just have those things listed. So I value time with my family. I value my health. I value quiet time with the Lord. Like list those things out. And then in another column next to it, decide, okay, what about this value impacts the way I live, both positively and negatively? That's a great place to start in understanding what we are prioritizing in our life now. Because if we don't understand that, then when we're looking forward to the upcoming year or to the next 3, 5, 10 years, right? And we're looking at the life that we really want, we can't develop an effective plan to know where we're going if we don't first understand what we currently hold as values and how those benefit us or keep us from achieving that goal. Later on, we're going to refer back to this lesson here on values, and we're going to create new values that do serve our long-term vision. So that will be a lot of fun. But if you have not joined us yet for Impact 2026, I want to invite you to do that. Because inside of this event, one, it's not like anything that you've probably ever done before, especially inside of a Zoom setting. So, yes, it's on Zoom. It's going to be with strangers. You can invite people that you know to join you. But the real goal here is to help you understand where you're at, what you have been going, what you've been living through over the past year or so, right? And then shifting our vision to what we want in the future, particularly in the year ahead of us. And this is important because if we keep living the life that we're living, we'll never get different results. And so if you're wanting something new for your life, this is where it starts. But we get to join each other over on Zoom, and then we go over lots of different things. Some of them are, we'll start with a little bit of values like we just talked about here, but we're going to dig deeper into limiting beliefs, things that are working as roadblocks or stumbling blocks that are keeping you from your goal. A lot of things happen up here that we don't really realize are affecting us and impacting us in other ways in our outside life. And so we want to get to the root of those. What are the beliefs that have been holding us back? What needs to change about our mindset in order to overcome and project ourselves to those goals that we want in the future? So, those are some of the things that we're going to be talking about. We're also going to be going into breakout rooms where we're going to be talking with other people, yes, strangers, about our goals and declaring the things that we want. This is so impactful for us because when we declare out loud what it is we want, our brain is going to listen, especially when we do it with conviction. So there's so much that's happening inside of this Impact 2026, and I really, really hope that you will join me and just make 2026 a most incredible year. If you would like details on that, you can see the comment section below, and we'll see you on the inside.